Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reed, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal?
I'm...
Most.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities. Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us, Mr. Elwood?
Oh, it's...
Can I...
It's the...
Can I do...
No.
Who is...
Nobody.
You don't see...
My face.
Where... No offense.
You were...
How...
Wait.
Aren't you a...
She's quite...
So do you let her bite you?
And what?
She could...
And it's an...
You... Goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Damn. The pain. It's here again. Fear and disgust on every... Street corner. The daily routine.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed.
That's...
You can call...
I'm not...
Well,
You...
No.
How is the situation around?
You want to hear...
Are you...
From what?
But
You keep... I've been in it. It's a... Yesterday.
You...
Go there. I've been... It's a... It's a... It's a... Yesterday.
You...
Go there.
Are you...
From one,
But you're not...
You keep...
I'd like to see your good...
Wise choice. It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Politicians are not fools. They know we are overwhelmed by this horrifying epidemic.
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
How are things here?
Not
And
so...
do you think...
We are
I'm not...
brilliant.
Mo...
Well,
Why should...
I...
Nurse Br...
No.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Surely I can endure another night.
Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any...
Do we know...
Actually,
Dr.
he was also...
What is the Pembroke Hospital?
This hot...
It...
Don't...
You're exhausted.
No.
You've not.
I am...
You've nothing.
I am
What can you tell me?
Summer. Don't get me wrong.
Tell me,
Nurse, I'll go even further.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender...
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Milton.
How can we be sure we're making it?
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please.
Dr. Swan's...
I know we've never...
Oh,
There is no need.
that is...
Since your tenure...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here to...
I don't intend...
Modern...
If you have a problem...
Dr.
I know. There is no...
That is...
Since...
Let's just...
Carelessness.
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
I don't know...
I don't...
And what...
I said...
Be careful what you...
I only want...
This is...
You see...
It's... We cannot... I don't know what you've heard about.
I don't...
And what...
I said...
Be careful.
I only...
This is...
You see...
Since you're
Let's just...
careless...
We're here...
I don't...
Modern...
Thank you for your time. We'll talk... Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
My sweet girl. Reads me like a book. So many deaths. I'll never conceive anything calmer.
Good evening, Doctor. I believe we're... Dr. Reed. Thank you.
I am Thoreau Strickland.
Please, could you tell me... As long...
You're not the first one to warn me, but I am convinced knowledge is the main... What? I'm not...
It's...
This...
What made you choose...
I'm not...
It's all...
This epi...
What?
It's a shame.
With the...
I believe...
So you...
Doctor...
What can...
Well, it is...
Do you want me to play the...
Oh, no, Doctor...
I see. You seem quite optimistic. It's a rare and precious attitude in these difficult times.
I'm convinced that this epidemic is a test of endurance and dedication for us men of science.
Questions remain about true. Tell me more about your willingness to experiment.
Harvey Fiddick is a patient suffer.
What is it you really want?
Fair question.
Tell me, Miss...
Our first up,
But why would he...
because he is...
This...
I agree.
Do you think...
All...
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Mr. Fick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm just...
I was...
I'm a... Well, are you...
In other se...
Strict... What do... I...
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel...
My wife died because of me.
How could your job be responsible for your wife?
I was working a double.
You...
Of course I...
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target.
How are you...
They were small. I would like...
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I'm quite busy right now, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You are going to reveal all your secrets to me.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not...
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients...
Yeah,
May I...
I'm a teacher.
What do you think of you?
I have-
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke Hospital. What gave you such a bad first impression?
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse...
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic.
She...
Yeah, I don't think...
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Good evening, Doctor. How is my son doing?
Do you require medical attention as well, Mrs. Goswick?
Do you know you're the only one who's asked me this? No. I don't feel well, actually.
I will see you later. Do you require medical attention?
Do you know...
Despite what you think about this place, I can tell you with absolute certainty, taking this will help you recover.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for this hospital.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if...
I will see you later. Tell me, Harvey, what is it you really want?
Fair question.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Any news about my operation?
Is there anything else that's bothering you?
Really?
I will see you later. Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I'll never see it.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying...
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm afraid I do.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. I'm sure you say the same thing to everyone in town.
Goodbye, Milton.
Perhaps I should consider the offer for I'm sure Albert would like to know he's been accepted by the Wet Boot Boys.
It's locked.
I'm cheap and
Come on, Barry. You pay for peace of mind.
Can't you just look the other way this week, Joe? Come on, we can sort it out.
I cannot enter.
one cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, all right?
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
This note was found on a dead man, Albert. If that doesn't change your mind, then you must be ready to face the risks.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Never heard of her.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything, it ain't me.
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity in East London, so you picked an easy target, didn't you?
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
What happened?
Hey!
Medication.
Sod off, me.
It's true. I'm not...
I said sod...
Goodbye, young man.
Get them weapons ready! We found one!
Die, vermin! You leeches need killing!
Grenade! Burn, vermin!
Let's pin it down! Easy!
You'll pay for that!
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. It's locked. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.